Hi, how is everybody today? Just wanted to share another topic that I feel is very important for everybody. Should I use free pages or websites, or should I actually use a paid website in terms of my domain name or my hosting or my website builder? What the heck is all of this all about? Okay, let's start off with something basic first. Okay, to help you understand, okay, domain name. We start with domain name. What is a domain name? Domain name is basically like yourname.com or whatever name.com.my and all. So to understand, this is like an address, your house address and stuff like that. This .com and all represents your address. Now, there is a free domain name and paid domain name out there. A free domain name, basically, example, Google gives out free blog sites. Example, my name, let's say website.blogspot.com. Can you see the difference? The behind representative of the name is the one that's actually owning the domain name. So like just I give you the example, yourname.blogspot.com. Okay, that is free. Now, a paid one would be example if your name is John Tan and you start a business called restaurant. So you may have a website called johntanrestaurant.com. Okay, then that is a paid domain name. Okay, then moving on to the next type of thing, we call this hosting. Because after you get your name, where are you going to host your website? Hosting website, meaning to say in layman terms, is basically where you store your files, where you keep show your photos, your content and all. You need to keep it in the server, right? So there's always again paid and free. But what is the difference? Why should someone invest in money and all this? Okay, let me explain to you what's the difference first. Okay, .blogspot, basically if you're using the under them, everything will be provided. You will have to use their platform or their entire server under them. So everything you use, you will have to of course follow their rules in terms of how to build the site and stuff like that. So Blogspot, it's a nice platform to use for blogging, and it's all under Google as well. So you can use that. It's not really a problem. But again, depends on your situation. I'll come to that later. Another type of free hosting is example 000 web host, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 000 web host. It's a free hosting. Actually, there's many out there as well. You can just Google for free hosting. But all these free hostings usually comes with a price. The price is like, because it's free, you are the product, or the people visiting the website is the product. So sometimes they have some promos around going on, or you have to see some ads behind when you log in, or your customer that comes to your website, they will have to see some ads because they're giving you for free. So that's how things work when people give you for free on the internet. Okay, I hope that's clear now. Now moving on to a more paid approach, there's many different ways to build your website, in the sense that we call these platforms. Like example, there's Wix, there's Shopify, there is eStore, and so many more of these websites that you can use to build your website. And there's another way you can do is you build it on your own, like using WordPress. That is our favorite to do because we feel that it's more flexible. Again, depending on your situation and your knowledge as well. Okay, I'll break it down into a few examples. More simpler sites to build, it's like building your own website using a DIY approach would be like example Wix. Wix is very good if you are doing your corporate sites and all. So the pro is that, and they have many templates. They also have a lot of marketing stuff inside there and all that integrates everything all together in one single platform. But they may cost a little bit more, but that depends again which country you're from, depending on your situation as well. So some currency to the exchange to Wix may be costing a little bit more for them. But they are quite easy to set up and quite fast to set up. So their basic one, you may just want to use it basic to show your website content and all. Another type of website that you can use is Shopify. Shopify builds e-commerce website. If you're selling products and stuff like that, you can also use that, but they specialize purely on e-commerce websites. They may be a little bit complex. Actually, in every one of these situation on all these different sites, based on our experience, we still see layman people getting lost and they are not sure how to set up, or they get confused in terms of connecting to the domain name and connecting to their hosting. If you are going for simple sites and you don't plan to have anything much to extend it further, go ahead to use all these Wix and Shopify and all these, that whatever localized in your country even, that you can think of. But there's another approach that we like to do is using WordPress. WordPress is a little bit more flexible. Yes, you still need to know how to set it up and stuff like that. But we feel that it's a little bit more flexible in a sense because you have more control over the code, what can you add on, whereas all these platforms that you use like Wix and Shopify, you need to follow their restrictions on them that they've set. Like you only can set this template, how you set these settings, everything is following fixed rules under their builder that's under them. But WordPress itself is more flexible. I can change the theme. I can have my own WordPress builder even that we like to use as well. The famous one is Elementor and Divi if you actually ever want to explore that. Now, coming back to your situation, should you pay or not to pay? It really depends on you. If you are in a super tight situation, you say, I can't even spare a few bucks for this, then use effort in the sense that don't even need to do a website. Start with your Facebook pages. A page that you can share your content, your products, whatever that you are servicing. At least start with that. But bear in mind that at the end of it, you still should get one. And your own branding matters, because if Facebook, you are only restricted to Facebook. Yes, to a certain extent, you still can share that link to your friends and all like that. But if you have a specific website that is on your own, be it the free one or the paid one, you still need to share that out to, you still have some control over that in terms of the content and how you want to display it. You can arrange the menu in the sense that your testimonials and stuff like that over there, and it is all your own name. So that is my opinion in that sense of how to of setting up the website. It's entirely up to you, but there's so many ways on that. But don't be afraid to try. Most important, the key point over here is to get started. Again, if you're too tight, go with the free method, even the free Blogspot as well. But remember the professionalism as well when you share it to your friends and all. It might not look so nice, but if you are doing it just as a part-time while you are working, then it's fine with that. You can start off with that first. And even selling products online, let's say you say, oh, it's too expensive to set up a marketplace and stuff like that, then go ahead with setting up go to a place where already people is already selling there. We call these platforms like marketplaces online. But instead of you setting up yourself, you sell in those places because there's already people selling over there. So other than that, I hope you have a clearer picture of all of these paid and the free services for websites. It depends on your situation. There's no correct or wrong answer. Most important is you take massive action in terms of building your websites and sharing your products outside. That is the main thing. If you don't share your products outside the moment your website is up, it's no point. It's basically nowhere. It's like a little island without any place to go. So with that, that's all I have to share. Just comment, and if you have any questions you have or want to know further about website, share with us, and probably that will be the next topic that we'll be sharing with you as well. So that's it for now, and Edward here logging out. Cheers.